A few reminders before we begin our ceremony promptly at 4:30. There's currently ample seating throughout the Mitby Theater for families and guests. Our graduates have asked that signs and balloons, bouquets be kept to the outside, and we just want to make sure everyone has a good, clear view of their graduates today. We'll be beginning in just a few minutes. Attention families and guests, the ceremony will begin in just a moment. I ask that everyone find their seats at this time. Good evening, family and friends of the class of 2026. Tonight, we honor the efforts and accomplishments of our innovative high school graduates and recognize them as they successfully complete their educational journey with the Madison Metropolitan School District. To ensure a meaningful celebration for all today, our graduates request the following from the audience. The graduates want to ensure that each of their classmates receives appropriate recognition. They ask that audience not call out names or have extended cheering in order for all names to be heard. All cell phones should be placed on silent throughout the ceremony. At the end of the ceremony, please honor the graduates by remaining in the theater until they have exited the floor. You may meet your graduates after the ceremony out in the atrium where you came in. There'll be a small reception out there. At this time, please direct your attention to the side door as our graduates enter the theater. On behalf of the class of 2026, we welcome you to our graduation ceremony. At this time, all graduates and guests are asked to turn their attention to the slide for our land acknowledgement. It is with great respect that Innovative High acknowledges and celebrates the inherent sovereignty of the Ho-Chunk Nation and the 11 Indigenous First Nations within what is now referred to as the state of Wisconsin. The sacred ancestral land you are now standing on is that of the Ho-Chunk people. Innovative High will continue to grow and build upon our partnerships with the Ho-Chunk Nation and all First Nations. Good evening, families, guests, students, MMSD staff, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. I would like to acknowledge Board of Education Vice President Blair Mosner Feltham, Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard, Associate Superintendent of High Schools Dr. Anu Eby, and the Honorable Judge Pyle Kandar, who join us in celebration this evening. My name is Tina Geyer, and I am the Executive Director of the Office of Youth Re-Engagement and the Principal of Innovative High. Class of 2026. We are all here this evening to celebrate you. Throughout your high school experience, you have grown and changed in so many ways. This past year, I have had the privilege of watching you figure out who you are, what matters to you most, and where you want to go. You breathed new life into our school in so many ways. The friendships and community you all built together, and with our very young neighbors downstairs as well, help shape our school culture into one I am very proud to be a part of. You launched our first ever school yearbook, created a mural that is nothing short of breathtaking, became Bodgers, and set the stage for opportunities for students who will benefit them for many years to come. As with any community, we had our ups and downs. Preparing for life after high school and all the responsibilities that come with it is a huge undertaking, and it brings a great many emotions along the way. There were some tears, some spicy moments, and more than anything, a lot of laughter ringing through our halls. And here you are today, not at the finish line, but at the springboard into the next chapter of your life. Before you leave your time at Innovative High behind, I want you to remember a few key lessons from our time together. Number one, every day is a new day. Don't let yesterday hold you back. Time and energy are priceless and limited resources. Invest them wisely. Pause before pressing send on every email. And hold your head high and know your worth. There is nothing you cannot accomplish. Congratulations, class of 2026. I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. I have the honor to introduce our first student speaker of the evening, Kenyaana Smith.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, teachers, families, and friends, and most importantly, the graduating class. If you would have told me a few years ago that I'd be standing up here giving a graduation speech, I probably would have laughed. Honestly, school and I did not get along for a very long time. I wasn't the student who loved waking up early, doing assignments, or pretending I understood algebra at 8 in the morning. There were times where I questioned if I even belonged here. As some of you know, I become what they call a super senior. At first, I hated the label. It felt embarrassing. It felt like I was behind while everybody else was moving forward. But looking back now, I realized something important. I wasn't behind, I was growing at my own pace. The extra time it took me to get here ended up teaching me more than I ever expected. Not just academically, but personally. I learned patience, I learned accountability, I learned how to fail without giving up. And most importantly, I learned that growth doesn't always happen on a schedule. There were moments where quitting would have been easier, but I had people who refused to let me give up on myself. To my teachers, thank you. Some of you saw the potential in me before I saw it in myself. You stayed after class, you checked in on me and encouraged me, pushed me, and reminded me that one bad grade, one bad semester, or one bad year does not define you as a person. You taught me lessons far beyond textbooks. You taught me confidence. You taught me discipline and resilience. And to my classmates, every one of us has a different story. Some of us struggled quietly, some of us struggled loudly, and some knew exactly where they were headed, and some of us are still figuring it out. But tonight proves that no matter what, no matter how different our paths were, we made it here together. One thing I realized is that maturity isn't about suddenly having life figured out. It's about learning from your mistakes instead of running from them. It's about asking for help when you need it. It's about understanding that success isn't always a straight line. For me, school changed from being a place I wanted to escape to a place where I could discover who I could become. Not because it was easy, but because it challenged me. So if there's one thing I want everybody to remember tonight, it is, never let the time it takes you to succeed make you believe you cannot succeed at all. Some people bloom early and some people bloom later, but late growth is still growth. Today isn't about just getting a diploma. It's about recognizing how far we all come, about the setbacks we survived and the lessons we learned, and the people we become along the way. To the class of 2026, be proud of yourselves. We earned this moment. Thank you, and congratulations to everybody.
Thank you, Kenyaana. I would like to introduce Emmanuel Neely, our next student speaker.
How everybody doing? I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me. I might stutter a little bit. Hi everyone, my name is Emmanuel Neely. I entered my senior year with 1.5 credits. I was one of the kids who didn't like coming to school. I felt like it wasn't for me. Things got hard and stressful at times. I just wanted to give up. But I don't know if I did, I wouldn't be here in this moment right now. I kept pushing myself to show myself I could do anything I put my mind to, no matter what got in my way or who got in my way. What kept me going was a hunger for success. Knowing where I wanted to be in life. I don't really know where life is going to take me from here, but I know I have a lot of dreams, goals, and ambitions, and whatever I do in life, I'm going to succeed in. The only thing stopping you The only thing stopping you when it comes down to it is you. Every moment, bet on yourself. If you ain't, just give me a minute, bear with me. The only thing stopping you is you. When it comes down to it, bet on yourself. It's okay to be scared of chasing your dreams, because if you ain't scared, you ain't dreaming big enough. I'd like to give a thanks to all the staff members at the Innovative High for the support they gave me. I'd like to give a very special thanks to my teacher, Joe. He never let me short myself when it came to my work. He knew I could do better. Yes, I would get irritated at times, but he never let me settle for less. Thank you for pushing me to be the best version of myself, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Our keynote speaker this evening is a sitting judge on the Dane County Circuit Court who was appointed by Governor Evers in 2024. The Honorable Judge Payal Kandar has made her life's work to serve the people of Dane County, beginning as a highly respected attorney renowned for her dedication to justice and community service. It is my privilege to welcome Judge Kandar.
Let's see. Good afternoon. As Principal Tina said, my name is Payal Kandar, and I'm a Dane County judge. That still doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth. I can still picture myself sitting at my high school graduation 27 years ago, and if you gave me 100 guesses on that day as to where I would have ended up as an adult, I still would never have guessed that I'd be a judge. As a judge, I speak to young people almost every single day. Unfortunately, it's not in times of celebration. In my job, I preside over predominantly criminal cases, and many of the people who appear in front of me as defendants are young people. Often they are high school aged. Typically, they are in front of me because they have made some terrible choices. And in making decisions on their cases, and ultimately about their lives, I desperately seek for indicators of hope. Some reason to believe that despite their poor choices and the fact that they're in front of me, they will move forward in a positive direction in their life. Because of their choices, they sit in front of me waiting for me to decide their future. Because of their choices, I decide what options they will have going forward. But that is not the case today. Today, it is with great honor that I stand for all of you, where instead of me, it is you wearing the robes. And it is I who am trying to impress you with my statements. I stand before you who have all chosen to decide your own future. You who have unlimited options because of the choices that you made. And instead of seeking hope, I am overwhelmed with hope. Not just for each and every one of you, but because of each and every one of you, I am overwhelmed with hope for our community and for our future. As I stand here today, I see young people who have overcome obstacles in their lives, who have persevered despite hardships, young people who have made the right choice even when it was not the easy choice. I stand here today as a member of the community in awe of your accomplishments. I also stand here beside you. I stand here beside you as a member of your community that wants to see you continue to succeed, as a member of your community that wants to help you succeed. As such, today on your graduation day, as you go forward in your life, I offer you 3 lessons learned from my own life. I fully recognize that I don't know what it's like to be a young person today, but I'm hopeful that my advice transcends generations and will give you some value. 1, embrace your differences. I grew up as a person of color in a predominantly white community. I grew up as a first-generation immigrant in a town where many of my classmates' parents and grandparents went to the same high school as them. I continued into a career where often I'm the only woman of color in the room. For years, I did everything I could to fit in. I dressed different, I talked different, I tried to act different to make sure that I didn't stand out, to make sure that no one noticed I was different, to convince myself that I wasn't different and that I belonged. It took me decades to learn that being different was not my weakness. It was my superpower. It did not mean that I didn't belong. It meant that for every way that I was different, for every unique experience that I had, I also had value that no one else could offer. Your differences are your strengths, and don't let anyone, including yourself, try to convince you otherwise. 2, rely on the support of the people around you. You cannot do this alone. No one can do this alone. I am and have always been an extraordinarily stubborn person. I don't enjoy asking for help from others, and as someone who already felt like they didn't belong, I envision asking for help as a weakness. It took me numerous times of approaching total collapse for me to recognize that I don't have to do this alone. And in fact, thinking that I could was my weakness. Whether it be school, work, family, or just life, knowing when to ask for help is a sign of brilliance. Every successful person you will ever encounter in your life has a team of supporters behind them. Today, in this room, you have a team of supporters behind you. You will never get as far alone as you will with their help. And 3, never stop learning. When I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do next, but I knew I wasn't done. When I graduated college, I didn't know what I wanted to do next, but I knew I wasn't done. When I graduated law school and practiced law for 15 years, I still did not know what I wanted to do next, but I knew I wasn't done. And today, I'm 45 years old, I'm a judge, and I promise you, I still don't know what I want to do next, but I know I'm not done. Life is not a race, it's a journey. There is no end game. You don't need to know what your whole plan will be, but you need to keep growing. Today is your commencement ceremony, and as I'm sure you've already heard mentioned before, commencement means the beginning. Today is not the end of your high school career, it is the beginning of the rest of your life. Your education does not stop here, whether it be through formal or informal opportunities, continue to learn and grow. As you sit here today on your graduation day, don't limit yourself to 100 guesses as to what your future will look like. You have set the foundation for boundless opportunities. By getting your high school diploma, you have demonstrated the ability to grow and learn. Keep taking the next step. Like me, you might be surprised at how far you go. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Each year, the students at Innovative High vote for a staff member to speak at graduation. This year, our students overwhelmingly selected one of our 11th and 12th grade teachers, Andy Jensen, to share some thoughts with us. Andy?
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today, and congratulations to all of our graduates. I have to go off cuff just a little bit and tell you, Brooklyn, that your baby in their hat is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And you're right in front of me, so I just have a good eye on that. Throughout the school year, many of the teachers on the floor will have different sayings on our board of wisdom or things coming up. So as I was thinking of what I wanted to speak about, I was reflecting on one that I've had up there, and it's about the 7 M's. And while I am by no means perfect in any of these, I try, and I would just like to speak on these a bit as you take your next step in life. So the 7 M's: your mind, your money, your mouth, your mood, manner, mentality, and how you spend your minutes. Your mind can be your biggest strength, or it can be your biggest obstacle. And there are days where you will doubt yourself and life is going to feel heavy. But you are not every thought that passes through your head. Learn to slow down and know when to ask for help. Personally, this is the one I struggle with the most quite often. I find myself rushing through things when an easy solution would just be to breathe and take a step back. The next is your money, and you do not have to be rich to live a good life. But learning how to manage your money, what you have and how to save, to make wise choices, and digging holes for yourself matters. Money will not solve every problem, but learning to manage it can give you freedom. Don't buy a brand new car yet. You'll have the opportunity. Don't do it now. When you get your first apartment, please, please, please read the lease. And if you have questions, ask. Ask your landlord, review it with a family member, somebody you trust. That is very important. Make good decisions about loans and credit. Many of you will go on to school or training, and loans might be a part of that. Make wise choices. Anybody will give you a credit card. That does not mean you need it. You might, but again, wise choices around these things. Please don't buy the brand new car. Used Toyotas make very good first vehicles. Your mouth. Words matter, and what you say can build people up or it can tear them down. They can open doors or close them for you. Cursing at people will not get you very far in life, especially your coworkers, your boss, teachers, professors, or family members. It is said that Abraham Lincoln wrote many, many letters to people out of frustration and anger, and then just did not send them. And you do not need to say everything that comes out of your mind or hit send on every text or email or communication. Your mood. And you are allowed to have feelings and allowed to have good days and bad. And I truly hope the good days outnumber the bad ones. Growing up, part of growing up is learning that outside of a very few close people in your life, it's a harsh reality, most people do not care about your mood. You can feel frustrated and you can still make a good choice, and you can feel nervous and you can still show up. You can feel tired and you can still keep going, and yeah, everybody has done that this year. Your manners, how you treat people still matters. People will forget your grades, your outfit, or sometimes what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. Be kind to the person in the room, say thank you, hold the door, look people in the eye. Respect goes a long way. Recognize when somebody is trying to help you and be humble. I knew this was going to happen. Your mindset is the story you tell yourself about who you are and what is possible for you. Some of you have had people underestimate you for a long time in your life, and you may have underestimated yourself. Your story is still being written, and you are the ones that are writing the story. Take a vacation, take a risk, and trust in yourself. And the best one for last, your minutes, your time. It's one of the few things that you do not get back in this life. The devices that we all have, and our apps and our phones, believe it or not, were developed to eat your time away and addict you. Like many things in life, technology can be tremendously helpful and tremendously harmful. Put the phone down, go for a walk, take your grandmother out for lunch. And a phrase I have heard numerous times this year, go touch some grass. When this morning I was sitting in our pleasant rooms today on the 3rd floor of Lapham Elementary, thinking about how to end my speech, I was drawn to something that was on my wall, actually. And it's a quote that's attributed to Alan Watts, a philosopher. Miss Isabel, one of our teachers, actually wrote it for the classroom on my wall. As many of you know, most of the students downstairs have better handwriting than I do, so throughout the year, many students as well as staff have helped me with that. And you are under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. I thank you for letting me speak to you on your graduation day, and congratulations to you all.
I will. I'm going to speak. Hi, everyone. My name is Allison Hughes, and I'm the program coordinator for Innovative High. I have had the privilege of watching each of these young people work towards this moment throughout the year. To our graduates, today is your day. Through your hard work, determination, and resilience, you've earned every moment of this celebration. But as we all know, no journey is taken alone. Each of you has reached this milestone by the help of others. People who walked beside you, cheered you on, and believed, something's going on, and believed when you did not believe in yourself. They may have been parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, coaches, friends, mentors, each one playing a role in the person that you have become today. So, before we turn the page on what comes next, we're going to take a moment and say thank you. My flower girls, can you begin passing out the flowers? Yes, both of you, thank you. Almost in your hands, you are going to hold a rose. It may seem simple, but it carries deep meaning. It's a symbol of appreciation of the love and support that helped you reach this moment. Graduates, I'm going to invite you to take a step forward and give your flower to someone who made a difference in your life. Someone who helped you shape your path, who lifted you when things were hard, and who stood by you when you needed it most. So let's take a moment, stand, and deliver those flowers.
Everybody accounted for? Okay. Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard, Associate Superintendent of High Schools Dr. Anu Eby, and the MMSD Board of Education, I hereby certify that the students presented today, the innovative high school class of 2026, have met all of the requirements for graduation as set forth by board policy and are ready to receive their high school diplomas from the Madison Metropolitan School District. Allison will be joining me to distribute the diplomas.
Okay, I will call each graduate by name. As your name is announced, please make your way to the stage to receive your diploma. And remember to walk proudly. You have earned this. First, we have Miss Keniana Smith. Really? With the sunglasses? You guys can stand too, by the way. Emmanuel Nazmir Neely. Joaquin Perez Rodriguez. Alan Herrera. Thomas Jeremiah Terry Williams. Darian Armand Weeks. Tyshawn Brown. My moment to shine. Messiah Danielle Cherry Curry. Esmeralda Sanchez Carranza. Ruby Sanchez Carranza. Kayla Johnson. Kalia Williams. Karina Celine Moore. Amelia Preston. Penelope Jane White. Lynn Anderson. Brooklyn Townsell. Tiana Bridget Thomas.
Okay, we ready to flip some tassels? The moving of the tassel represents one step in the process of completing your education, not the end of it. Your diploma is more than a certificate of your accomplishments thus far. It's your ticket to wherever you're heading next. Please join me in moving the tassel from the right side to your left side, symbolizing the end of high school and the beginning of the rest of your lives. Are we ready? Move them over. It is with great pride that I present to you the innovative high school class of 2026. Graduates and families, please join us in the atrium for a small reception. Ushers, please prepare the graduates to exit.